So the topic is machinery, equipment and the linen, and this is the second class. In the previous class we have discussed about this topic only, in which we studied about how to take care of the linen and the rubber goods. So we will continue with this topic, and in this class we will discuss about how to do care of enamel ware, stainless steel instruments, glass instruments, plastic items, machinery equipments, and furniture. So, one by one, we will discuss all these units, all these topics. So, first is care of the enamel ware. So, what are the general principles that needs to taken into account when you are handling these enamel wares? So, avoid mishandling and banging, because these are made up of enamel, right? So if you mishandle them or you bang the two enamel wares together, they will be chipped off, so their quality will be reduced. So avoid mishandling and banging. Do not boil for the long period. Do not rapidly cool, it means they are heat sensitive also. So do not boil them and do not rapidly cool them. Do not use for the surgical procedures. Wash immediately after use. For example, you have used a bowl and it was made up of enamel, right? So you have used the enamel bowl. So you pour some betadine on it. You use the betadine, but there is some amount of betadine left after giving care to the patient. So immediately after using that, you have to clean the enamel ware by using cold water. Under a stream of plain water or cold water, wash the enamel ware. Do not use any acid, alkali or the chemical, because it will destroy the enamel. Now if the bedpan is made up of enamel, how to do care of that bedpan? Inspect the contents. Okay, inspect the contents of the bedpan. So mostly it is, in most of the hospital, it is not the duty of the nurse to do care of the bedpan. So there are GDAs or the health assistants which do the care of the bedpan. But there are some hospitals in which nurses do the care of the bedpan. And also you should know how to do care, so that you can supervise or you can do supervision of the GDAs and the health assistants, right? That's why we are reading all these things. So inspect the contents of the contents which are present in the bedpan. Then use the forceps to remove the cotton. If there is cotton in the contents, use the forceps to remove them. Empty the bedpan into the lavatory pan. Then avoid soiling of the sides of the basin. Then wash the bedpan with the soap water and the brush. After cleaning it, you have to disinfectant it, right? You have to disinfect it. Soak it in a Lysol solution. The strength of the Lysol solution is 1:40 and the duration is the 1 hour. So disinfect it. Then there are some bedpan sterilizers where you can sterilize these bedpans. So this is where you will do the care of the bedpan. First you have to um, ensure that there are no any cottons which are present in the contents. Then empty the bedpan, then wash it with a soap water brush, then disinfectant and then sterilize it. Now you can also place these bedpans in a direct sunlight for the few hours and then store them in the bedpan rack. So this was for the care of a enamel bedpan. Now care of the urinals. Do not leave the urinals standing for a long time with the urine, because if they are left like this, the urine deposit will be there. So and if there is a urine deposit, then it will take more time to wash it. So cleaning and disinfection is done same as the bedpan. As we have done the cleaning and the disinfection of the bedpan, similarly it is also same for the urinals. Now the care of the enamel sputum cups. So before giving sputum cup to the patient, add a small quantity of antiseptic solution. So before giving sputum cup to the person, just add a small quantity of antiseptic solution. For example, Savlon 1:40 or 1:20. So when you add the Savlon solution, the sputum will not get stick to the sides or to the onto the sputum cup. So that also it can disinfect the sputum, right? So that's why it is very necessary. Then its care is same as for the bedpan. Then infectious sputum is rendered harmless. So we will ensure that the sputum become uninfected by boilage or by disinfecting it by the Savlon or the Lysol solution. Or we can also burn the sputum. We can put the sputum in a plastic container or in a tin container, and then we can burn it. So in this way we can make the infectious sputum harmless. Now we have discussed about the care of the enamel wares, right? Second is care of the stainless steels instruments. So first is, what are the stainless steels instruments which are used? First is forceps, artery forceps, sponge holding forceps, chitter forceps, needles, Babsy needles, endoscopes, laryngoscope, bronchoscope, and the proctoscope, sharp instruments, scissors, and in the miscellaneous tongue depressors. So all these are made up of stainless steel. So we will learn about them, how to do care. What are the general principles? Handle them well, do not boil them, because their sharpness will become dull, and they will not, for example scissor, it will not be of any use. Always use the gloves while handling the contaminated instruments. Most commonly the forceps, these are used during the minor OT operations or the procedures. So always use gloves while you are handling the contaminated instruments, because they are contaminated with the blood or the tissue. For sterilization, hot air sterilizer 160 degrees Celsius for 1 hour it is used. And as a chemical disinfection, we can use 2% glutaraldehyde, that is Cidex solution, for 20 to 30 minutes. So all these stainless instruments should be first, if they have used, then first clean them with the water. Okay, clean them with the water. Ensure that all the blood, all the tissue or the organic matter is removed. Then immerse them in the 2% glutaraldehyde solution for 20 to 30 minutes. After this disinfection, rinse them with the water stream, then wipe using a dry sterile cloth, and then store in the appropriate container. So after using, wash them in a stream of water, and after washing, immerse them into the Cidex solution and then rinse again. So wear gloves, drop all the contaminated instrument into the basin or the bucket, rinse thoroughly with the cold water to remove the blood and other organic matter, then clean with the Cidex solution. Then examine all the instruments before sending for sterilization. What you have to examine? You have to examine whether all the instruments are cleaned or not. There should not be any blood, any tissue present. Then autoclave for the sterilization, and if autoclaving is not possible, boiling method can be used. Now how to do care of the fiber optics with the camera items. So this is the endoscope, and it has a camera also. So how to do care? First purpose is prevent the spread of infection. Second is prevent the damage to the care. And third, prolong the life of the scope. So first in these scopes we have to first detach the camera from the scope, then immerse them in the Cydex solution, then immersed. After immersing them in the Cydex solution for 20 to 30 minutes, immerse them in a basin of sterile water, then wipe using the sterile gauze pad, and then they are hanged in a cupboard. So in this way these are uh, cleaned and then disinfected and then stored. Now how to do care of laryngoscope. Wipe, there is the blade and there is the handle, so wipe the saliva from the blade using a dry gauze, then detach the blade and then immerse the blade in a Cydex solution for 20 to 30 minutes. After that use the chitter forceps to take it out of the blade and then clean it with a dry sterile gauze and then store in the box. Now how to do care of the needle. This is the Babsi needle which is made up of stainless steel. So rinse with the running water, flush it with the sodium hypochlorite solution. After flushing with the sodium hypochlorite, wash with soapy water, rinse in the running water, dry it, bag it and then send for the sterilization, that is autoclaving. Now how to do care of the glass instruments. In the laboratory also, in the nursing foundation laboratory, you have seen glass tubes, slides and thermometer also. So how to do care of these glass instruments. So these glass instruments can be made up of very hard glass or the soft glass. So always use the hard glass because they will be used for a long period of time and also they can be sterilized properly because the glass will not be broken. So rinse under cold water immediately to remove any organic matter. Immerse the used glass item in 5% chlorine, that is sodium hypochlorite solution, for 5 minutes. Avoid brush because it will cause the streaks in the glass. Do not brush the glass slides. Do not expose the glass to sudden variation in temperature. For example, in the glass tube you added boiled water and immediately after 2 seconds you pour some cold water in it, so avoid that. Glass with a smooth surface should be sterilized using the dry heat and glass with a hard surface should be sterilized using the autoclave. Now care of the plastic items. These are most commonly used in the hospitals. Plastic kidney trays, plastic urinals, plastic bedpans. So how to do care of these? The contents of the kidney tray, bedpan, urinal, they should be discarded in the appropriate area in the lavatory pan, right? Then contents should not be left standing for a long period of time. Then rinse with a cold running water, then wash with the soap and water. Use brush. After this rinse it, then disinfectant by using 1:40 Lysol solution for 1 hour. Then you can also place them in a direct sunlight for the few hours. Now care of machinery equipment like the crash cart, defibrillator, syringe pumps, monitors, ventilator, suction pump, refrigerator. So how to do care of these? Power of the supplies when they are not in use. Okay, clean the equipment and the parts by using a wet soft cloth. Then check the working condition before it is used and keep it in a safe and the appropriate place. Now we will discuss about care of suction machine and care of refrigerator. So this is a suction machine which is used to do suctioning. It can be oral suctioning, it can be nasal suctioning, it can be endotracheal suctioning. So wear clean gloves before handling the jars. In the suction machine there are jars which are of plastic jars, and wear clean gloves and then empty the contents into the sewage and flush with the water. Most commonly in hospitals we will just as we put the antiseptic solution in the sputum cups, right? In the jar also we can also put pure some in antiseptic solution, so that the suction is disinfected. So empty these contents into the sewage, flush with water, then wash the jar with the detergent or liquid soap, then rinse with plain water, then keep them inverted in a safe and the dry place, and then dry them. And you can also wrap the jars in cloth, and then you can also sand them for the autoclaving. Also, when this was for the jar, now you can also disconnect the tubes, immerse them in a sodium hypochlorite solution only for 10 minutes, then flush the tubing in the soapy water, rinse with the plain water, wipe the cords with a dry clean cloth, and for the wheels use the oil or the grease, so that the wheels remain active and there is no any iron deposition on the wheel. So change the jar when client need it more than 24 hours. Keep jars, tubes disconnected when they are not in use. So in this way you take care of the suction machine. So there are GDA's health assistant, uh, to whom you instruct that do this, clean the jars or clean the tubes, or empty the jars or change the tubing. So this is the role of the nurse. Attach suction catheter to the tubing each time the suction machine is used. So for every suctioning you have to change the suction catheter. It will reduce infection. Empty the jars daily irrespective of how much amount of fluid is collected in that. Okay. Then care of refrigerator. Every ward area is having refrigerator. These refrigerator will be used for um, storing the vaccines, injections, medicines, right? Then blood samples also, then blood products also. So defrost the refrigerator every week. After defrosting, empty the contents, clean with the mild soap water inside and outside, then wipe with the plain water. In the three shifts, a nurse's role is to maintain a temperature register of the refrigerator, in which she has to check what is the temperature of the refrigerator, and she needs to write down. And if there is any discrepancy, she needs to inform to the biomedical waste management department. So the temperature must be maintained 2 to 8 degree Celsius. Then return the unused or the partially used blood products to the bank. Discard any unsent blood sample. Do not keep the food items. Do not open the door frequently and unnecessarily. Then avoid keeping the refrigerator door open for more than 30 minutes. Then keep the refrigerator at a cool place which is away from the walls. Now, how to do care of the furniture. So in the hospital you have seen there are beds, there are bed cradles, there are bowl stands, there are almirahs, there are trolleys. So there are IV stands, there are screens. So how to do the care and maintenance? Always keep the furniture dust free. Ask the GDA to clean it with a piece of soft cloth, disinfectant with a glutaldehyde Savlon solution, and you can also use the soap and water to clean them. So it depends upon whether the furniture are wooden or of the metal, right? So hospital beds should be cleaned daily. Trolleys, lockers, IV stand, treatment table, they must be disinfected after the discharge of a patient or the person or the patient was died. Then iron furniture should be cleaned with the dry duster, not wet, because iron along with the or in exposure with the water there will be rust, right? So avoid that. Repair of the furniture must be done regularly. and then stock record of furniture is maintained, and also the old damaged furniture which is of no use, that should be sent for the condemnation. So this is the way how the care and maintenance of furniture is done. So in this class we discussed about the care of enamelware, care of plastic items, care of stainless steel instruments, care of machinery equipments like suction machine, refrigerator, and the care of furniture. Thank you so much.